Hey everyone, this is Suzanne. I'd like to shed some more light on the principle the body is innately intelligent. As you know from listening to the podcast, I talk about, we're either listening to our body or overriding it. The language of the body is sensation. And so as we take in those sensations and have a moment to interpret what does that mean to us, we can get more and more connected and more embodied. Now, that's a concept until you begin to practice it. So I want to just tell you a little bit of a story of my own and see how it could relate to you. In my 30s, when I worked with a boutique communications firm in Boulder, Colorado, I would be leading programs in very large rooms, usually with engineers, very neck up situations, people sitting in chairs. And I needed to be able to listen and sense the whole room. And one of the things that I did at that time in my life is I began studying a movement practice called NIA. NIA stands for Neural Integrated Action. It's also Swahili for movement with purpose, but I'm actually a black belt, if you can imagine, in this process. And there are many forms of movement that teach some of the wonderful principles and ideas of free dance. NIA is my personal favorite, although you can also study things like 5 rhythms, go to ecstatic dance, just simply dance around in your house. And you might say, Suzanne, I thought you're a leadership program. Why would I be doing that? Well, it's for the very reason that I began to practice in my 30s. It's so that when you're leading, you can have a sense both of your body and what it's sensing and how it's moving in the space, how it feels, what it's understanding. And then I've found over time, it gives me a greater capacity to listen to other people and to be able to help them, let's say, drop into their body and into their deeper knowing. Those of you that have seen me work on Zoom or in person will know that I'll often stay right with that person in that space, in the moment, knowing that they can know the answer to a question that to them in that moment seems seemingly impossible to answer. So the person will say back to me like, I don't know. And then, of course, what do I say? I'll say, I know you don't know, but if you did know, what would you know? And what I'm doing there is I'm really standing in my own body and my own sense and sensation and atmosphere, trusting that they can, through example, drop into their own body and find their own answer, their own inner knowledge. So I'd say that this has been an extremely valuable and maybe hard-won tool, yet it doesn't have to be. We're all born with it. I mean, all you have to do is go borrow somebody's newborn baby and hold them for 10 seconds, and you'll get that sense of what it's like to be fully alive in every cell, tissue, and atom of your body. And every time we do that, it allows us to become more and more ourselves and a deeper and more profound leader of our own life and potentially of the people that are watching us to learn. So what's the end of this video? I don't know. Maybe go out and take a dance class, put on some of your favorite music, be able to move in ways that are beyond logic. Could be on the floor. It could be, touching the wall. It could be taking your shoes off and running through the grass and in the forest. It could be flying out here to Santa Monica to take a class with me or romp around in the casita. But I do encourage you to make that deep connection between your body's intelligence and your capacity as a leader. Thank you.